So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On play action, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup on the move past the 40. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And that is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott down. He's got a man. Complete. The closing sequence here. A huge game that time, but still leaves them well short for 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And taken right at the 35. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Singletary to get the drive started. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
A give up the middle to Singletary. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 25 on second down, Lawrence.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Jaguars' 10-yard line.
4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Again, it's Elliott. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Recon, 132 fighter.
on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense, pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, do you want to unpack? And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Elliott uses the stiff arm, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott.
He'll get this to Elliott.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores. And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Damone Clark.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back.
Lawrence hitting the ball is free.
It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
One thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And my goodness, another interception. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. To throw is Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars will take over here at their own 12-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Singletary again, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Lawrence.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Escaping the pressure right.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
CeeDee Lamb,
His fourth touchdown on the year.
and the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And that has to be so frustrating because you know that they had something set up there for this first drive of the second half. It wasn't the fumble.
Sometimes no matter what you go over at halftime, no matter what you say, errors will result, and that's exactly what happened here. They were trying to change things from what happened in the first half. Instead, they continue to make mistakes.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
CeeDee Lamb is intended target.
And that'll make it 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, Elliott. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Prescott to throw on fourth. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Jagsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
They go right back to Singletary. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Throwing, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Cowboys go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
On the give, this is Singletary. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The offense on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Lawrence to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
A give to Elliott running left. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defender.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point try now for Patterson. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Lawrence will throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
On the handoff, it's Singletary. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence. The completion good. This is Eric Ebert. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Finding room at midfield. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They go to Elliott again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 45-yard line.
They go back to Pollard on second down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for this with Singletary. And some room to roam now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right back to him on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So this one will end in a victory for the